Israel has dispensationalists dizzy. Here's the headline. The list of Hezbollah and Hamas leaders Israel has assassinated since the invasion of Israel by Hamas on October 7, 2023 is staggering. The subtitle is Several Hamas and Hezbollah leaders, including two dudes and another dude, have been killed since the start of the war. And so what we saw in 2023, October 7th, was the horrific invasion of Israel. But what we've seen since is the nation of Israel targeting and killing terrorist leaders around the world. And even now, what we've recently seen is the entire toppling of the Syrian government led by Assad. And he has fled to Russia. What we're now seeing is movement in the Middle East that is very interesting. There's something called eschatology. This is the study of last things or the end times. And for those who would hold what I would call more of a dispensationalist or premillennial view of the end times, activity in Israel is curious. If you understand the Gog-Magog war, if your view of the Battle of Armageddon is consistent with more of this view of the end times, it seems to indicate that there will be a war at the end of time where the nations surround Israel and seek to attack and destroy it, and largely led by coalitions from places like Iran, also places that are currently Russia and Syria, and that Jesus Christ returns at that moment to stave off the elimination and eradication of the Jewish nation and people from the earth. Now, if that's what you believe, all of this movement in the Middle East, it's curious. Are we living in the last days of the last days and the end times of the end times? I don't know. But here's what I do know. I do know that we're seeing a movement in and around Israel, and Israel at war on all sides, and the aligning together of jihadist Islamic forces in a way that is very unusual since Israel reconstituted as a nation. And so what does this mean? It means we need to pay attention. Jesus says it, and Paul echoes it, that the end times is like a pregnant woman with birth pains, and that there's an increase in frequency and intensity as we get near the end. It seems to be like perhaps that's where we are. And all of that is curious as we look at where we find ourselves in global history.
Thanks for joining me. My name is Pastor Mark. I've been teaching the Bible for more than 3 decades and head on constant collisions with woke culture. And I would love to get you more Bible teaching. 2 things you can do. Go ahead and watch the sermon in total and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll just keep sending you Bible teaching and we'll have a lot more fun together.